Hello, everybody. I am Nandita, your soft skills and verbal ability trainer. Well, the topic that I have taken today is small talk. And I know that small talk is such a big part of English language. We often go for very difficult things. We often go for speeches. We often go for elocution. But do you actually know that small talk is something which is going to build relationship? Yes, small talk is something which is really important for you to learn in case you are trying to learn English. Well, I will not say that small talk is only important in English. It is also important in your regional language, in your local language. But since we are studying English here, so I am going to tell you what exactly this small talk is. But before we go further, let's see what is our today's objective. So, if you people are going to stay with me till the end of this session, then you will benefit these couple of things. You will get to know what is a small talk, how to initiate or start it, and then you will also get to know that how to give a proper reply. Oftentimes we see that if somebody says, "How are you?" we only say, "Fine, okay, good." Do you think that is all? No, it is not. So let's start with today's lesson. All right. So before I tell you what is the need, let me tell you what exactly this small talk is. I know by two simple words, small talk, you can definitely correlate what it could be. But let me tell you, small talk is actually a small conversation, an informal conversation on some very unimportant topics. Yes, I know you people are actually looking forward to have some big, great conversations. But small talk is something wherein we talk about like everyday topics. And at times I have seen some of the non-native speakers, they go blank, they go mum, they don't know what exactly they are supposed to say, right? So today we will learn, first of all, what is the need of the small talk, and then how do we conduct that small talk. Okay, so number one, as you can see, helps to connect with other people. Yes, so oftentimes we have seen that we are quite intelligent. I know everybody considers himself or herself intelligent. But what happens when we see a stranger, or maybe when we see somebody with whom we do not gel up usually or on a regular basis, we often short fall of words, we often short fall of conversation. So today you are going to learn how to bridge that gap, what to say and how to say. So remember that small talk is the first step in order to build a relationship. Next, whenever we go for a small talk, it actually builds trust. You talk to people, they give you a reply, and then you reply back. So it actually maintains a sort of trust between you and the other person. So never ever neglect the small talk. Third, essential in social situations and business too. So if you think that small talk, as I said, that it is usually on unimportant topics, on everyday topics. So do not mistake that this small talk is not required for business or official purpose. It is actually required. In the later part of the video, I'll tell you that how small talk helps you to build business and how it actually makes your professionalism strong. Okay, so the first step that you have to take in order to make this small talk or to start is, what do you say first? So, as usual, whenever we meet somebody, we always say that simple question: how are you? Now, is this the only way through which we can ask somebody that how that person is doing? Well, it's not. So here are a couple of ways in which you can say or you can ask the other person that how he or she is doing. So you can also say, instead of how are you, we can say, how is it going with you? So how is it going with you is actually a sort of casual. Plus, you can also use that in official purpose. So it's going to sound great, and the other person will feel that yes, somebody is talking to me. Or you can say, what have you been up to lately? So this is also a casual slang, casual phrase that you can use in order to ask the other person that how he or she is doing. Remember, the first one is a very common phrase. I know you all know, but yes, in order to sound different, you can use these two phrases as well, right? Now, of course, if I have started a conversation or if some other person has started the conversation, then of course I'm going to give a certain type of reply. So, what kind of replies I'm supposed to give? Let's see that. Okay, so the possible replies instead of saying, okay, fine, good, these are some of the possible replies which you can give and you will sound different. Plus, it will make you sound more like a native speaker. Number one, you can say, I have been keeping busy. So, yes, it's not always that good, fine, better, but you can always tell that I have been keeping busy, which means that your week was quite hectic. Uh, you were bundled with a lot of work. So yes, that's absolutely fine to say that you were busy. There was a lot of work with you, so that's cool. And do not forget to question back. Yes, if somebody is asking you the question, you are replying, then it is also your responsibility to ask the question back or ask how they are doing. Another possible set of reply is not bad, thanks. Not bad, thanks is also, it can be used in professional as well as in from professional as well as in casual environment. Not bad, thanks. How about you? So when you say how about you, that actually gives the sense to the other person that yes, this person is interested in talking to me. Yes. Then other ways you can say is, I have been busy with the assignment. So yes, if you were busy with the assignment, if your teacher has loaded with you a lot of work, then it's absolutely fine to say that I have been busy with the assignment. How about you? How was your weekend? Or how was your week? So this you can ask after you have replied. Then if the week was it was normal, there was nothing special, it was neither too busy, not it was too flat, so you can simply say nothing special. How about you? So then the other person will say, oh, it was a tough week for me, or oh, it was a hectic week for me. So this is how you keep on rolling the conversation. One basic funda of small talk or short talk is, do not forget to pass the conversation back. So when you pass the conversation back, it actually tells the other person that yes, you are interested in talking to them. So do not remember the basic rule. Do not forget that you also need to know about the other person. And this is how small talk is built in. Now, some of the other ways, like after you said how are you and you told the other person told he's fine, he's bad, or whatever, you also replied, then how to keep the conversation rolling? So there are a couple of questions that you can frame. So you can start with how is. Like there are many questions that you can frame with how is. Like you can say, how is the family? So yes, everybody loves if you ask about the family. This shows, you know, a very gentle touch that yes, the person is caring not only about me, but yes, the person also wants to know about the family. So the next question that you can put is, how is your family? Or you can say simply, how is your work going? If you are working professional, if you are in college, or if you are in school, you can say, how are your classes going? How is your college going? So, yes, this is how you keep the conversation going on. Another thing that you can do is you can also ask, how was? How was simply means that something that has already happened but in near future. So you can say, how was your exam? So you know that, okay, this person's exam just ended last week or maybe 2 3 days before. So you can just ask, how was your exam? And the other person will give some answer, and from there on you can just pick the conversation. Or you can say, like, if you got to know that the other person was on a trip or the other person was on a vacation, so you can simply say that, how was your trip or how was your vacation? So this is also a good gesture to do or to make a small talk. All right. Now we'll see specifically when you are in a college or you are in a school or maybe you are at a workplace, then how to start with a small talk or how to initiate with the talk or what kind of things could be asked, right? So first of all, whenever you are in school, college, or maybe office, so and you want to have a small talk with somebody, so try to look for the common ground. Common ground is like something which is common between two of you. Like, for example, I like music and the other person also likes music. So that is one thing wherein we can have small talk, we can discuss something, and we can know about each other more. Yes. So looking for a common ground is an essential thing when you want to go for a small talk. Then some of the phrases which you can use is, number one, like for example, you are in college or maybe even if you are in work, you can simply say, I can't believe how busy this week was, or I can't believe how busy this day is, which means that now you want to start with a conversation. And the common ground between both of you is that you both have been working, you both have been slogging for the day, and yes, that is common between you two. So you can start saying this, I can't believe how busy we are today, can you? Now when I say can you, which means that I'm expecting a reply from the other person. So yes, this could be something which I believe this is something very common if you are a college or if you are at a working place, because out of 365 days, I should say 200 days or maybe 265 days, we all are busy. So this is one question which is going to work as your savior. Then, as a reply, you can. I have just introduced two phrases which you can speak. These phrases come from the native places. You can simply say, "I know we are really underpumped." Now, I know most of you will not be able to understand because this is, of course, this phrase is not coming from India, right? So when you say, I know we are really under pumped, which means that you want to say that I know it, like we have been working, we have been slogging, or it was really a pressureful day. So you can say, I know that we are really under pumped. Or you can say, I know I have been flat out all week. I know I have been flat out all week simply states the same, that yes, I'm very tired. It was a hectic week for me. Yes, so you can use these two phrases if you have seen or if you have felt that yes, the week or the day was really hectic, it was really working, or maybe you were slogging throughout the week or the day. So these two phrases are for you. All right. Now let's see next. Another thing you can say, this is something very common. How has your day been? So maybe after a long work, I have gone just to grab a cup of coffee. So while sipping, I meet one of my colleagues. So I can say, how has your day been? So I can reply, oh God, it was quite stressful. I have been working since morning. Or if you were not working, it was not a busy day, you can say that, oh, it was relaxing so far. So these are some of the possible replies you can give for this particular question. Or in case you are meeting somebody on Monday, right? So you can simply say, how has your week been? Or how has your last week been? So simply you can ask, you can interrogate just to, give that spark to the conversation. And the possible replies are, it's been long, or it's been busy, or you can say it's been hectic, or you can simply say that my week has been great so far. So, in case you are feeling that the week was really great, it was neither too hectic nor it was boring. So, you can say it was a great week. Rather, I party last night. So, this way you can give your answers to your colleague, to your college mate, to your batch mate, and you can start a conversation, a small talk in English. Okay, now next we have something very interesting for you. Now, of course, weather has been always a great, great, great topic for everybody to talk on. Whether you are studying English or maybe you are going through your native language, any regional language, and suppose even if I do not know anybody, even I'm traveling in a local bus or in a local train, then weather is something that I can always connect with people. So let's see how to talk about weather. So you can see it's beautiful day, isn't it? So if you say that the weather is beautiful and you have somebody around you and you just want to spark or you just want to start with a conversation, you can say it's a beautiful day, right? Isn't? When you say isn't, that means yes, now you are expecting a reply from the other person. So the other person can say, indeed, it's a lovely day. It's been ages I have seen such a beautiful weather. Or you can say, can you believe all the rain we have been having it? It's awful. Awful means bad. Suppose, like these days, in different parts of India, we are seeing that it's raining, right? So I believe it's a week it has been raining, right? So I can simply say, can you believe all the rain we have been having? It's awful, it's bad. And then you are going to get reply from the other person as well. Yes, that's true. And this is the first time I'm seeing rain in this particular season. Strange. Then you can simply say, the weather is not looking great this weekend. Do you have any plans? So you see that it's raining all the week, and you definitely know that it's going to rain tomorrow as well. So you can simply say that the weather is not looking too great. Do you have any plans? As in, I don't have any. Do you have any plans? If so, the other person can tell, and if I feel, maybe I can also join. All right, then how is this weather? It's wild. I have never seen anything like it before. So this kind of phrase usually comes from an elderly person, an old age person. That, oh God, what kind of weather this is? We haven't seen this weather throughout our life, and we are encountering this type of weather for the first day. Then you can simply say that, okay, even I'm seeing this kind of weather for the first day in my life. So these are certain things you can actually use to start a small talk, and then you can definitely, go with the conversation, and with the passage of time, you get an opportunity to know the other person better. Okay, now we can never ignore hobbies, right? It is the best to start for a small talk. Whenever I do not get anything, let's talk about hobbies to know the other person better. So, what you can simply say in order to know the other person's hobby is, what did you get up to over the weekend? As in, what were you doing this weekend? Oh, you went for clubbing? That's interesting. I never go, by the ways. So, how do you start it? So, this kind of thing, if you say, how was your weekend, or what did you do last week? So, this is kind of an opportunity wherein the other person is going to say something and you can just continue with the conversation. Or you can say, so what do you usually do in your spare time? So, yes, this is another way of asking your hobby. So, what do you usually do in your spare time means something which you do on a regular interval or something which you do on a regular period. That becomes your hobby, right? So, you are asking the other person that what he or she likes to do in his or her spare time. So the person is going to give answer, and after that again you need to ask a question. Do not forget that. Then, okay, if the person replied like he was swimming, or the person says that I love to swim in my free time, so you can simply say, I don't know anything about swimming. Where do you do that? So you are again replying back. You are saying, though, oh, that's wonderful. I do not know anything about swimming. Where do you do that? Or how did you start it? So if the other person is telling, you can also listen with interest. One thing I want to make it clear to every one of you. If you are talking about hobbies, it's not just that the question you are asking. Always remember that you show your interest. That should, that should come on your face. Simply do not ask a question because you have to ask. Also remember that you have to show your interest, and that should definitely look on your face. That should definitely come out through your questions, through your phrases. Then, other way of replying is, really? Tell me more about it. I went for clubbing last week. Really? Tell me more about it. I never go for clubbing. I don't know anything about it. Or you go for horse riding. That sounds great. That sounds fantastic. I don't know anything about it. Would you like to tell me more? Or you can say, have you read any good books lately? I know that the other person likes to read book. So let me talk about his hobby. Have you read any book lately? Which means that you are a vivid reader. So have you read any kind of books lately? And if the other person says yes, then you could ask more. How is this book? Is it worth reading? Is it worth spending time? Then again, you are going to get some reply. Then, have you seen any good movies lately? If you know that the common ground between both of you is that you both like movies, so you can definitely say that, have you seen any good movies lately? The other person can say, yes, I have seen this particular movie, and that's awesome. It's worth watching. Oh, wow, thank you for the feedback. I'll definitely go and have a watch. Next, have you tried that new restaurant in the corner? So, if you know that both of you are foodie, both of you like to enjoy good food, you like to try new outlets, then you can simply say, have you tried that new restaurant at the corner? And you'll get the feedback. And then again, you need to roll the conversation back. Okay, so this brings me to the end of this lesson. I hope you have learned few good phrases that you can use in order to initiate a small talk. And yes, you can build relationships, you can build trust, and I'm definitely sure that you are going to use these phrases, and it will be liked by everyone. So I'll be coming with a new lesson very soon on Small Talk Part 2, wherein I will be telling you how to make small talk whenever you are at a social events or social gatherings. So stay tuned, stay connected. Till then, take care. Bye.